because of the fact that I'm an introvert. I was a person who could be in a room and who would be invisible. Your true self is still the one who wants to find peace and quiet. A lot of dialogue going on in my mind. Okay, can I say this? Can I say this? And then I was like, stop it. Females don't speak up so much, or they are not, they are told that, hello, tone down, don't speak so loudly. I would say be yourself.
Thanks for joining me. And today we have in the studio with us none other than Maheen Lampwala, country CFO and head of GBS India for Asia Group. With a strong foundation in strategic planning and financial planning, operational management, and risk mitigation, Maheen brings over 23 years of experience in the financial services. And we are really honored to have her here with us in the studio to talk about how introverts can excel in the corporate world. Maheen, welcome to the podcast. Really nice to have you here.
Thank you, Payal. Thanks for the introduction. And I'm so happy to be on the podcast. Thank you, everyone. Hello, everybody on the show.
Thank you. And I am telling you, I have never been so excited for any show than I am here. You know why? It's because of the topic that you chose, how introverts can excel in the corporate world. And
Right.
the amount of queries I get on this, even while coaching, when people tell me, Payal, I'm an introvert. I don't think I can really rise. I wish I was an extrovert. And now we have with us you here who has reached the heights of her career success, become into the C-suite role, and is talking about how introverts can excel. So before we dig deep into this topic, Maheen, tell us a little bit about your journey in the corporate world. And first, let me ask you, are you an introvert yourself before we go ahead?
Very much, very much. I'm very much an introvert, and I still hesitate when I have to speak. So there was a lot of hesitation when I had to be on this podcast also. But yes, it's a journey, and every introvert who wants to reach at this level will need to overcome it over a period of time. So
So,
very quickly, a bit about myself.
yeah, let's go
I'm born
back
and
and
brought up in
start from
Mumbai.
your journey.
Sure. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai. I've done my chartered accountancy from there very early on in 2002. And from there, I've worked up my way the corporate ladder. I started with a very small practice, worked in a bank, worked in some financial services setup.
Mhm.
And from the last 16 years, I've been in C suite,
Okay.
mainly with companies like Volkswagen, Volvo, and now with Faurecia Group. It's been a great learning journey for me until now, and I have evolved as a person. Especially because of the fact that I'm an introvert. I still can't believe that I'm at this level even now.
Wow. So when you talk about introverts, right? So I'll be very upfront and honest here. I myself am an introvert. So though people see me on the stage or they see giving media interviews and they feel, oh, she must be such an extrovert, but actually not as such. And in fact, there was a beautiful article that had come in the Forbes magazine some years back that said about how some of the very top CEOs in the world are introverts by personality, right? So it's just your personality trait. But
Exactly.
as you grew into this environment, into this corporate environment, and reached into the C suite level, what were some of the early challenges you faced as an introvert?
Okay, I think it's a very good question. To be honest, there was a time in when I was studying, in fact, when I was doing my course, I was a person who could be in a room and who would be invisible. Okay, people would not hear me, people would not look at me.
Yeah,
I was that kind
I
of a
can see.
person who would not interact with anyone. Like in school and college, my parents used to get complaints that, we don't even know if she's there in class.
Hmm.
I mean, she's so quiet, she doesn't interact with people. Uh, but what I realized is, I think the major push came when I started working with a chartered accountancy firm, where I was seeing the partners were very, very dynamic and had a flair or a
Hmm.
gift for the gab, I would say. And I'm like, how do these people do it? I mean, how can
Yeah.
they just talk on any subject at any point of time and they speak so well about it? And I think that was a learning journey. I started observing, I started noting a lot of things, that how do C-suite leaders behave, what do they do on a day-to-day basis. And over a period of time, I would not say I emulated them, but I realized that if I want to be somewhere there over a period of a few years, I will need to come out of the shell. And
Hmm.
for that, I will have to force myself to talk to people, to make a conversation. Else, I will not be able to be there.
So is it right to say that one has to fake the extrovert self to actually get noticed in the roles, and until they actually feel that yes, they also can voice things out and they also can speak? Is it something similar, or you would?
Yes, I think to some extent there is a fake aspect to it, to be honest.
Hmm.
And that will happen in the initial few years of your journey, where
Hmm.
you will actually need to force yourself, to come up in front of a crowd, or when there's a social gathering. You
Correct.
try it
Hmm.
first with social gathering, then move to a corporate kind of a thing, and try to develop conversations with unknown people. It comes to you over a period of time.
Practice. It's more of a practice then. So,
Practice, yeah.
is it that people who are introverts and they try this and they work into the corporate way and everything, but when you're in your social setting, like for example, you put me in front of people, speak on the stage or something, book signing, I'll do it very happily. But then once I'm down this off the stage and I'm sitting, you won't find me really talking with everybody or trying to mingle or something. I'm okay in my quiet space. Yeah.
Yes.
So is that something that is also has to be worked on, or then that's okay? So are we like social and corporate? We have to try and mingle with each other, or we can have this boundaries that we do.
I think it's okay because, see, your true self is still an introvert, right?
Ah.
Your true self is still the one who wants to find peace and quiet, and you don't want too much of people around, and or you don't want to interact too much with unknown people. So it's
Hmm.
fine to be that way, even when there is a big forum around you.
Hmm.
But if you want to be visible, and like you said, you're going in a gathering, or you have a book signing,
Hmm.
you need to be there, you need to be present,
Yeah.
and the present needs to be physically present, need to actively interact with people, because I think that's the expectation from the people also, right?
Correct.
So
Right.
yeah.
So is there a wall that you and I had spoken last time, that a lot of times as introverts people have built this wall between them and the others. So definitely, there is some inner dialogue going on in the introverts. And when it comes to visibility, when it comes to talking with the upper management, they might be very good with their teams and all. But when it comes to the socials at work, or when it comes to the boardrooms, or when it comes to just building a relationship with your upper management, what are some of the dialogues that go on? Which, like you said, with practice, it will be okay. But what are the
Yeah.
initial dialogues that we have to work on?
Okay, for me, I will tell you personally, the challenge I faced is the first few instances when I was in the boardroom, when I had the opportunity to be there. Honestly, I didn't know what statement to make. I had a lot of dialogue going on in my mind. Okay, can I say this? Can I say this? And then I was like, stop it. I was talking to myself. I was like, stop it.
I like
There
that.
is nothing right and there's nothing wrong.
Uh,
Basically, if you have a concern, raise it. If you're
uh,
happy about something, talk about it. If things are going well, say so. I mean, just be your authentic self, and
okay.
if being your authentic self, you're able to speak out in a forum or with your
Hmm.
peers or with your board, I think you've already made your first step.
Hmm. So it's not that introverts are afraid as such. It's just that
Yeah,
this is how they are as a person. They'll speak when
exactly.
necessary. They'll be there when it is important.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's true.
Okay. So I'm sure, when it comes to, like you said, outside of the office, and not only outside, inside the office, we are always told you have to, know cross-department people, you have to know your people, you have to network, you have to get people to know you. Now, as an introvert, it's not very easy to go out there and tell someone, hi, how are you? So, what's up? Basically, just beginning the conversation itself is like, just let
That's
it be, it's fine. I'm okay doing what I'm doing. And not that they are not good at the work, they're great at the work. And you're a, fabulous
yeah.
example of reaching there. So, how can one network? Did you network? Did you have to push yourself out there and meet people and everything?
So, to be honest, I have started it a little too late in my corporate career, but last 7, 8 years, I have been doing active networking.
Hmm.
Prior to that, it was passive networking. So, passive networking is when you get to know an unknown person one on one.
Hmm.
Somebody sitting next to you in a forum, like or
Hmm.
a team member who is new. You
Hmm.
first, I like to socialize with them one on one.
I
Socialize is not
agree.
necessarily have a coffee or something of
Yeah.
that sort, just to get to know the person, and then get it's more to get myself into the comfort zone, that
Hmm.
how do I converse. I think over a period of time, then you get that comfort. But when you have to do active networking, you have to actually push yourself into groups or forums where there are a lot of people, where you have peers, or where so I have started like last 3 4 years to actually be a speaker at many events.
Hmm.
And it was a big push for me when people used to approach me. I think initial 1 year I have told everybody no. I don't think I can go up to this stage and speak in front of 200 people. I was so
Wow.
hesitant.
Wow.
I needed so much of preparation, to be able to do that first step.
Hmm.
But as I took the first step, Payal, I realized that, okay, it's not so difficult. It's just that you need a bit of preparedness. And even now, after the last 5 years of active networking, I still hesitate when I have to go in a forum and talk. So it's not that a C-suite level person will be able to overcome it,
Yeah.
just like that. It's not because it's not within your nature, but I think we have to force fit ourselves to be out there and network with people.
True. And you're right in that because, and I think now when I'm talking to you, honestly, I'm realizing that there are different levels, I think, of being an introvert or an extrovert. Because, like you said, some have it that, okay, I have to put myself out there, I have to talk on the stage, so I have to prepare. For me, that came very naturally. But when I'm
Hmm.
not in front of an audience or I'm not doing, then I prefer to just be quiet and be in my own
Exactly.
space. Yeah. And I like what you said
Okay.
about one-on-one. Even I thrive on one-on-one relationships, one-on-one talks, so I think that somehow makes me feel more. I would not say, like you said, it's not about being afraid, it's just your personality, and it makes you
Yeah.
understand people more. It makes you connect with people more deeper rather than with everybody. So I like the way you really put this out. It really gives some food for thought. But on the other side, I'm sure introverts have a lot of strengths, right? They bring a lot to the table when it comes to leading, when it comes to being in the workforce. What are some of the strengths they bring from which actually not only can they recognize their strengths, but even as their leaders, they can pull the strengths from the introverts. What are some of those strengths?
Okay. I see introverts are generally very quiet people
Hmm.
because, like we said, we like to be within ourselves, within our shell.
Hmm.
The strength for these kind of people is they are active listeners.
Okay.
They will listen very, very carefully to what is being said, and then they will make an opinion. Okay. And only when they are confident enough, they
Hmm.
will speak about it. So whatever opinion they generally put on the table, there is a lot of back and forth which is going on inside their mind. you know
Okay.
okay, now this is what has been told. They will process it, they will talk to themselves, and then they will put a thought on the table. So whatever they say, I think 90% of the times is accurate. So this is a very big strength for an introvert,
Okay.
because they will analyze the whole situation inside. There are a lot of people who will just speak
Hmm.
without understanding what they're trying to say. So
Yeah.
of course they're extroverts,
Yeah.
and they are the kind of people who just want to make a point. So they want to make
Uh-huh.
a point on everything. An introvert will not do that. The
Okay.
introvert will only make a point where required. So
That's
there is a lot of things going on to and fro in our minds, and I would say the active listening is a very important factor. The
mm,
second thing is, I think most of the introverts are very authentic. They're very genuine, and I'm not saying the others are ingenuine or anything, but I feel that they actually put in a lot of effort if they
Yeah.
have to come out and talk. So, the thought, the effort, the um style of speaking, everything is analyzed prior
Hmm.
to actually going and making a point. And it's quite difficult for me, especially. See, there were two challenges, Payal. One is that, of course, I'm an introvert by nature,
Hmm.
but I'm also a female or diversity. When you are speaking in a board where it is full of the other gender, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult to make your point. I
Hmm.
mean, in the last three organizations, I have been the only female on the board.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That in itself becomes a problem because the men can speak the way they want to,
Hmm.
or they have a different camaraderie which a female will not, they will not be able to fit her in,
Correct.
because
Hmm.
men are different. So it's a journey when you are having a double challenge.
Absolutely. And you brought out two very important points which I wrote down and I want to talk to you about it. One is you said that, when it comes to being an introvert, they would analyze the things, they would see whether it is correct and then speak up. By any chance, do you feel that doing that, they lose out because everybody is like, oh, you should have spoken in that meeting. That was your great opportunity. You were quiet at that time. Are we losing out somewhere by not being visible then on the right tables?
Sometimes, yes, I would say it's a very, very valid observation. Sometimes we do lose out because we're just not able to make the point, or we are not able to. And if I would put it in Hindi, हम फिजूल की बातें नहीं करते हैं.
Hmm.
So we just want to
Yeah,
be there,
point to
and
point.
that, yeah, point to point, and that creates a problem for us at times.
Hmm. You're right.
So yes, we do lose out at times. I
Yeah.
cannot say that we're bang on correct all the time, and
No, I can
there
resonate with
are
you.
instances.
I can
Yes,
resonate with you. I felt it many times where I felt, oh, that was not a point to be made, but kisi aur ne bol diya. They just said it,
exactly.
and then it's like, okay, So the after effects are also quite often there. But then what you said is right. There was no point to make, but somebody just made it and then went ahead.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's so good. Second thing, what you said about the gender. Is it more tougher on female introverts as compared to male introverts at the workplace?
I would say definitely yes. I would say, because any which ways, I think by design, I mean, uh, it's very difficult because females have always never got the same opportunity as men. I'm
Hmm.
not saying I did not get. I think my parents have brought me up in a way that there was no differentiation between a son and a daughter. In fact, they always had the thing that daughters need to be motivated more. So
Hmm.
that was never the case in my family.
Hmm.
But still, by design, by the way our society is structured, females don't speak up so much, or they are told that, hello, tone down, don't speak so loudly.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be so
Hmm.
firm and talk this way. पहले लड़के का सुना जाएगा. Your father or your son will be listened at first.
Hmm.
So we have been brought up by design this way, and this creates a second challenge for us, because then sometimes when you make a point in the boardroom, the men will be like, oh, really? Just because you're a female.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it happens.
Correct. I mean, that's so spot on what you said. And especially when you hear those things as an introvert, then you start shutting down more, I guess.
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, so you mentioned about the practices that, we have to make sure that we practice a few things. Before we
Yeah.
come to our, next question, can you tell some of the practices, just name them two or three, which you have practiced or which you suggest people can do so that being an introvert, yet they can lead authentically without draining themselves out?
Okay. So first is a very basic thing, practice in front of the mirror. It can sound
Okay.
very, very basic. Why should I go and stand in front of the mirror and talk? It
Hmm.
sounds so funny. But I think it gives you all the confidence because you can see how you are emoting. You can see how you're having the conversation with yourself. You can speak loudly, lock yourself in a room in front of the mirror and do it. The second thing is whatever you want to present, be sure about the data point, because the reason being, especially because I'm a CFO, I can tell you numbers are very important in our fraternity. And if you're showing something, if you're speaking about something, and if you get questioned by the audience and you're thrown off guard, it's going to be very, very difficult. So your preparation has to be spot on in terms of whatever you're presenting. You should anticipate what will come to you from the audience in terms of questions. If you are going to start fielding open-ended questions without giving them a proper answer, they're not going to respect you as a speaker or as a thought leader. So be sure whatever little you're preparing, be accurate about it. Try to be as close to your real self as possible when you're doing the presentation, and be sure of everything, because you don't want to make a negative impression on your audience, right? So I
Wow.
think that's very important.
Thank you so much. And Maheen, before we go into our next segment of Leadership Rapid Fire, what would be your one biggest advice to people who want to succeed?
I would say be yourself. Okay, at the end of it,
Whoever you are.
nothing can beat the authenticity which is there around you. So be yourself, respect yourself.
Hmm.
Don't try to emulate everything what others are doing, because today I will not be able to emulate a big movie star, or even though I respect him or
Hmm.
he may be my idol, I may not be able to go there. So
Yeah.
just within your limited boundaries, be yourself.
Agreed. That is so beautifully put, Mahina. And I think you have really practiced exactly what you have just said. You're just being yourself and growing and making sure that people are the ones who you can lead authentically. So let's go to the next round, Mahin, which is our favorite leadership rapid fire. And whatever comes to your mind, immediately. So let's hear that from you. So I know, being an introvert now, with me also being an introvert, I'm like, okay, let's take this as a challenge now. So the
Sure.
first one, yeah, the first one, a must-have leadership quality.
Trust.
Okay.
I would say two: trust and integrity, both.
Okay, yeah, I go hand in hand, right? Trust and integrity. What's
Yeah.
one thing you wish you knew early on when you began your career?
I wish somebody would have coached me into a corporate role,
Mhm.
because I was totally lost in the initial years when I was in the corporate world. No guidance, no mentoring or coaching. I did not have access to those things, so I used to be completely lost and floating.
Mm.
I wish I had that.
Wow. So I think you being on this podcast itself, you are now mentoring those who are listening to.
Yes,
So hats off to you for that. What's your personal mantra or a quote that helps you in the day?
you can do it.
Nice.
Impossible is nothing. These are the two quotes with which I go.
Oh, wow. And that keeps you going every day. That's really nice.
Yes,
Which superpower would Mahin choose? Invisibility or mind reading?
I would say mind reading.
Okay. You would like to
Um,
know what's
I would
like.
I would love to know. I would love to know uh, what my friends think about me, what my peers think about me, and invisibility, I think,
Yeah.
is like falsifying yourself.
Mhm.
So I would say mind reading more.
Great. And the last one, if you could bring about a change in the corporate world and one thing you could change, what would that be?
I think for me, it's very important that acceptance to female leadership should be there by the peers.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, that is, I think, really missing at this point of time in most corporates. I'm not talking about my company, but in
Right.
general, what I have observed. And people don't have that level of respect for a woman leader. So I think that needs to
That to
change now.
change. Wow. So,
Yeah.
we look forward to that change coming up, as such, because they say, right, when you have it in you, you're always working towards
Yeah,
it as such. So that's
very true.
awesome. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Maheen. I know this conversation with you, I'm telling you, it can just go on because you're a powerhouse of inspiration yourself now. And
Thank
it
you.
can just keep going on. I have had a lovely dialogue with you. So thanks for taking the time to be here, Maheen.
Thank you very much, Payal. And thanks to everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
And this one's for our listeners. This is Maheen Lampwala and Payal Lanjani wishing you loads of success in your career life. God bless.